What's up everyone, Fritz here again with another episode of Sneakerhead Ambition, and today we have another live cop for you, and that is going to be from the Yeezy 350 Bone drop a couple days ago on Monday, March 21st. While in general I've always had success on Yeezy Supply and I've been able to hit large amounts of shoes, for some reason this month on Yeezy Supply when they have drops on either back-to-back days or big drops on like a Saturday and a Monday, or in this case was Monday, Tuesday, I've really happened to struggle on the first one of each of those. So, that's just something I've made mistakes on my own, but that is a little frustrating. But on this drop, that was kind of the case. So we'll get into that now. On the day I ran Valor, Noble, Whatbot, and Mech AIO, and I will go over the mistakes that I have made during this drop. And unfortunately that resulted in me getting only 3 pairs. The first big mistake I made on the day, and 2 of these mistakes I'm going to go over are really unfortunate because they were just issues that I kind of, I missed during my setup or didn't double and triple check. So the first one of those issues was the fact that with Mech, I just still had the PROXIES 1111 in there as like when I was making task groups and proxies and all that stuff. And I didn't go back and actually put the proxies in there. So that obviously, I didn't realize that until 20 minutes into the drop because somehow it picked up the product, but whatever. But that was the first mistake I made. So Mech didn't work for me at all because obviously I made that mistake. So that was the first issue I had on the day. The next stupid issue that again, I should have just double checked and had seen, and I haven't made mistakes like these in a little while. I've made issues with things that I didn't know, or things like, details or nuances of certain situations that I didn't know, but I haven't just made issues like this in a while. That are things that I'm aware of. But with Valor, I ran a Shopify inbot harvester for the one instance I was running inbot. So that was really disappointing. I didn't realize that again 10-20 minutes into the drop when I was just double checking things. So that made sense. So that was also the second issue that I made that just quite frankly are kind of things that I usually don't make. They're mistakes that I usually don't make. So that was the second one of those on the day. The next 2 issues I'm about to go over are more kind of tactical and planning issues. I did have, and the first of those being that, we had this drop, the 350 bones, and we have the wave runners that were the day after. So I knew I was running heavy setups for both of those. So I tried to split up my Gmails for both of the days. I had a little less one-clicks than I thought I was going to have. So I didn't have quite as many as I thought. And I ran about 4K tasks on Whatbot, 4K tasks on Noble, 1,000 on Mech, and then 3,000 from Valor were all feeding through AYCD autosolve. So I think I overloaded that a little bit too much. Typically I have a lot more Gmails to use when there aren't these drops on back-to-back days. So I did make that mistake. It definitely played a big factor when I had pretty much every bot running through there, and I just didn't have enough Gmails, clogged everything up, and I had the issues that I just talked about previously. So this really led to me just having an awful day, just like I said, because pretty much every bot was linked to this on autosolve. Usually works very well, and then the one bot I had, Valor, the instance without AYCD that was in bot, I've already talked about the issues I had with that. So obviously when you kind of consider all of that, it's pretty clear why I had a bad day. The next big issue I made was I think I got everything started a little bit too late. I'd been trying to start a little later because I'd had issues with Gmail scores with Valor and just Gmail issues in general lately that I've kind of been trying to work on. But that had led me to start a little later, and I think starting later, along with the fact that the site was pretty much fried and was having issues connecting, paired with the AYCD issues I had, definitely made it hard for me to get tasks into queue. So I do need to just remember that I should start earlier just because bots pretty much have the wait for sale thing down. It's not burning data. So I really do just need to get my tasks into queue quicker, pretty much as quickly as possible, and then just let them sit there until the drop starts. One interesting point from this drop is just the fact that for the first time in a long time on Yeezy Supply, ISPs didn't really outperform resis. Residential proxies did about as well as ISPs. Like I said, that's the first time in a while that that's been the case, but that definitely was something to note from this drop, that residentials did particularly well. Since I've been running heavy on the daily ISPs lately, that did not help my cause. So that paired with, like I said, all the issues that I've previously gone over led to me not having a very good day. One benefit or positive from the day is that once I realized I had a Shopify solver up and got it switched to Yeezy Supply, the inbot solver actually did work. So that was definitely good. That's something positive leading into the wave runners that I did use. So that was definitely a plus from the day, despite all of the other issues that I had. I know a lot of people had success on this drop, so you know, it's always tough when I put that much effort into the setup and trying to execute it to see all of that and not hit. But unfortunately, that's kind of what happened on the day, and that's something that you've got to be okay with and just be able to take and move on with if you're going to be in this. I know I've mentioned this before, but it's definitely worth mentioning again that it really is, a lot of your success in this is going to depend on how you deal with issues like I had on this day. It is really easy to set up and put a lot of time and effort into this when things are going well and you're hitting a lot of pairs, right? I've obviously been there, all good, right? You hit all these shoes the one day, oh, this is great. You know, I'm making all this money, fun to set up the next day, but it's really going to depend on how you do when you don't do well, or when you have a setup that's been working for you for months, you run it, doesn't work the next drop. What do you do? Like, how do you go about fixing it? Do you know what to fix? Do you know what to look at? Do you have people that are going to help you? All of these things are really big factors in your success and sustained success. So, you know, just be able to take this, know that you're going to fail and you're going to have days like this where you put a lot of money into a drop and hardly hit anything, but those are going to be the biggest opportunities you can learn from. And that's going to kind of drill into your head from those days what you have done wrong and what you need to fix moving forward. So that's how I took this. As far as what proxies worked for me on the day for the 3 pairs that I did hit, 2 of them were with OCULUS residentials, and the other pair was with Final Shop ISPs, which is a relatively new company that I used for the first time. And despite not having great overall success on this drop in general, I did really like them and ended up using them on the wave runners as well. I just wanted to mention again, thanks to my sponsors. I'm now sponsored by OCULUS, Live, and Petty Proxies. I really am proud to be partnered with them and working with all of those companies. I know I mentioned this in another video, but I did have a couple of proxy companies reach out to me that I did not end up working with just because they weren't something that I was using or had used in the past without them backing me. So I really am happy to be working with all of these companies because they have proxies that just quite frankly I would use even if I wasn't backed by them. So again, thank you to OCULUS, Live, and Petty. I will have all of their information in the section below, so just check that out if you are looking for proxies, because like I said, these are all proxies that I would highly recommend to you, even if I was talking to you in a personal setting without any of them, you know, knowing how I'm talking about them. But I really am happy to be working with all of them, and check out the comment section or information section below for information. Like I said, I am filming and writing this after the Wave Runner drop, so it is nice in retrospect to know that I had a much more successful day on those. So just check back in a couple days. I will have a live cop from that drop up. And until next time, see ya.
It's out from the drop. I'm running Valor, Mech, Noble, and Whatbot today. Gonna be running some Stratus, Final, NORA. I've got some Stratus, Oculus, all good stuff. Petty. I will have talked about all of this earlier in my video, but running those today, so we'll see how all that does. Got some proxy heaven in there too on some other bots. So good amount of proxies today, running a good amount of tasks, and we'll see how we do. I've got 2 AYCDs set up. One of my Valors, this one is going to be on Inbot. I'm trying out some ideas with how to get the Inbot to work better, because I know people are hitting a lot more with Valor when you get one really good Gmail in there that's getting like over 100 passes during a drop. So working on that, and then my other 3 copies that you'll see throughout the drop are on AYCD, and yeah, we'll see how we do today. What up?
How you doing, man?
Doing well. Doing well. How about yourself?
Pretty good. A little tired. Had a long day yesterday.
Alright, when you starting up stuff?
Right now the site is so.
I'm in the waiting room now.
How are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, just one line. Cool.
Yeah, I got that for a second.
I like that one. It's starting to get screwed over.
I'm excited, man. Let's see how today goes. I'm trying out some new proxies too.
I know what you use.
Have you heard of Final Shot?
I have not.
They're like big one that's pumped in carbon for Valor, so I'm trying their ISPs. You firing up, Mac?
Yeah. They have the wait sale feature, so yeah.
Oh, I saw not to use that.
Oh, really?
I think I saw that in AK Chefs, but don't quote. I think I saw that. I don't know. Are you running inbot or AYCD with it?
AIO.
Yeah, me too.
They said not to use wait sale?
Let me check real quick.
Okay. In that case, we'll start Valor for now then. Have you already started your ISP test?
I'm starting them now for Valor.
Okay.
Alright, good. We've got it waiting for sale. We're looking solid. Alright, we're looking pretty good across the board. Alright, in a second here, I'm going to start up Noble and Mac. Noble said to run, wait for sale today.
Yes, they did. Like how like they'll like force turn it off, you know?
Yeah.
I think every bot has done after the freaking Oreos. Like,
Yeah.
Valor does that, you know, I think Valor just turns it off after.
Yeah.
I call it. We're not seeing any captcha solos.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I haven't seen any yet.
But I guess every bot has waiting for sales for.
Yeah.
Except for Whatbot, that's all AIO.
I didn't have wait for sale turned on for Mac, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yep, I think I got everything started. My Valors are looking good. Mac looks awful. Whatbot looks okay.
Valor's good. Mac is slipping right now.
Well, yeah, Mac is. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep these. I don't know. I guess I'll keep them running for a little bit. This doesn't look good. Now, Valor, like I said, looking good, but eesh. Ooh, these final shot proxies are looking money, man. Yeah, we'll see how they do. I gotta see though too if this Gmail works. I think I may have finally got one in there that'll work for inbot for Valor again, because that's definitely the move. But I've got my other 3 instances on AYCD.
Yeah. What do you think the problem was?
I think the last 2 times, I think when I bought the 1-clicks, I think that I signed them into AYCD and then I signed them into Valor on the same day, and I think that like created too many like new sign-ins or whatever. I don't know. I think they may have dinged it. So I tried to have it loaded in there and watched like a video or 2 in bot in Valor this week. So I'm trying to see if that works. I don't know if that's doing too much, but we'll see.
Yeah. You gonna go for a pair somewhere?
What's that?
You gonna go for the wave runners tomorrow?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, I keep getting bad solver from Noble. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess I'm having Gmail issues today. Nice. Good shit. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Captures don't seem to be solving. I don't know if I overloaded them today or what. Yeah, it's not doing anything for me either. Nice. Yeah, I got so much waiting for capture. Jesus, on Valor.
Oh, really?
What's that? Both. I just got a decline at least. Right. I just keep getting these bad captures for Noble. I don't know. I gotta figure out which solver it is. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna stop the ones with 0. Nice. Good shit.
Still stuck. Okay, we're good.
God. Finally passed on Mac after restarting.
There you
Oh boy. I don't know why Mac keeps having a harvester pop up on me.
Did you check your captcha setting in your task to...
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird then. Is it 3DS? No.
No. Very, very weird. I just deleted all of my captchas. I finally passed on Noble. Jesus, this is... Ugh.
Alright, another one more
Nice, you're cooking on Whatbot. Oh, this is fun. I wonder if it's really like, I feel like I just didn't start early enough today and then didn't get in queue quick enough or get in splash.
Maybe?
I think that might have been it. It's weird that I'm not getting the notification that my harvester is bad in bot, but it's like not working on Valor. That's strange.
So it just like, doesn't do anything?
I'm just not, there's just no progress being made on that instance. Is it sold out?
I don't know. Doesn't happen to me, I can tell you that much. I haven't passed Splash in a while.
I got 3 more.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I've gotten probably 40.
What in the fuck?
I just saw in a chat somewhere that somebody in a daily ISP group ran 500 to 1.
What?
Yeah,
Flip the ISPs.
that's crazy.
500 tasks per one IP.
That's crazy.
How dumb people gotta be, man. Like, seriously.
Right. Man, so lately it's been up and down for me. This does not look good. Obviously, I didn't hit. I mean, I'm like passing splash, but nothing came of that today. I think that some of my big issues just off the bat that I will have talked about earlier in this video were one, Mac, I'm an idiot and I didn't put my goddamn proxies in there. Valor, I had a Shopify harvester open for the first, I don't know, 15-20 minutes of the drop on my 1-in harvester, so there's that. And then I think I just started too late today. I've been worried about my data lately and just not getting my Gmails burned through, but I think like today Noble used the wait for sale. I used it on Mac. It looks like Valor kind of implemented it to the point where it wasn't solving much. And I don't, like my buddies who use Whatbot got a Whatbot in queue, and they were using similar stuff and they just started earlier. So I think I need to just across the board start earlier on Yeezy Supply and just trust in my Gmails. So those are the three big things. I made 2 critical errors on just my end, and then I gotta start earlier because I'm seeing people start 15 minutes out. And I mean, if that's what's making the site die at that point, I need to get in there before the site dies. So really disappointing, but I'll be back tomorrow and I'll do better. But just some things to look at. You say it sold out?
No. I'm just getting declines because of my limit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stuff.
Oh my god, I got one. I didn't get a goose egg. much now, but so I think I overloaded AYCD. You know, I had my issue with this not being easy supply. Maybe I'll get another pair here before we end. That'd be nice. But I think I overloaded AYCD when I backed off on it. I've got to get better at understanding what I need to restart, and when. Like if I need to restart all of AYCD, if I need to restart a bot. A couple times with Valor, I would get, you know, I'd get a couple back into Splash, or with Valor, I'd get a couple. Sorry, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. With Valor, I would start it back up, and I would get a couple into Q, and then I'd start AYCD up fully. I'd start all tasks, and it would lock up. So I think I overloaded it today. The Gmails just weren't good enough, I guess. So I will need to look at that. The drop is still going on, but now we're passing crazily, so that usually means it's a wrap.